all-time leading passer.
Lamarck Brown, number 7, a converted wide receiver since he has come to college, is in the backfield. They fake it to him, and the pass right over the middle, and there's Banks. Move to the backfield.
And this gives them the ability now with an empty backfield. You get Brown up here in a slot, so you think it's one-back personnel, but because he's played that position, it's really 4 wide receivers.
So confusing to the defense is what you're saying. That pass right there, wide open at the 40-yard line, and good for the first down is Deion Murphy. And Deion
like this answer. They just got punched in the nose by Texas Tech, and now they're putting the ball in the hand of their quarterback, and he's throwing it on time. He's getting the ball out very quickly.
And of course, Freeman getting to throw with the wind here in the first quarter. Play action, looks near sideline, got a man. Touchdown, Kansas State, Ernie Pierce, 33 yards.
And he was suspended from the team. Then while under suspension, Patton was charged with child abuse in an incident that allegedly involved shaking a 2-month-old baby. That's when he was dismissed from the team, guys.
Okay, Jack, thanks very much. As the pass is thrown near sideline and is caught, it's Quarles who is pushed out of bounds immediately. That's going to be a first
offense for a running back. They almost always leave him in passing downs to pick it up.
Shovel pass, and they get it to him, and he is hit immediately after a gain of only a couple. I would think also that
he'll learn to get his pads down, though, as they get into the meat of the Big 12. He'll start to figure out how to get those pads down.
About to go under 3 minutes to play opening quarter. Red Raiders 14, Wildcats 7. Pressure. And a roll to his right and deliver way downfield. Man open, and he overthrew Deion Murphy. Deion
did Kansas State get a possession behind? We'll use basketball terms in a game like this.
From the 44. Pressure on Freeman, the ball thrown a little bit behind the intended receiver, and that was Aubrey Quarles.
Stay on this drive.
Freeman looks to throw. That ball is tipped. A defensive paw came out there and knocked it aside, and that is Dixon. So he has now missed his last 5.
So they know what he's capable of.
3rd down and 10. Freeman steps up, and the ball is tipped, almost intercepted. That ball should have been caught. Lamarck Brown, and you hear some boos from the crowd. 6 straight misses, but also I'll make one other point. Ran into a stubborn, rambling wreck from Georgia Tech. First down, Freeman reverses out and throws the ball complete, and his tight end, Mastrud, makes the catch and then gets hit very hard. Jack Arute.
Ron, you know, we asked Josh Freeman what he wanted to try and work on, and he said, I need to learn how to flush.
But you can't get it all at once, so just what they're doing right there. Very simple. Move it down the field, got to get in the end zone. They got 3 minutes right now, so plenty of time to work with. Pressure on Freeman. The ball almost intercepted, and in fact on a second opportunity was almost picked off. Wall had a chance. Also Darcel McBath, and I thought Darcel was coming to make the intercept. 3rd down, they need to take it to the 41-yard line. Short drop right over the middle, and that ball thrown just a little bit behind the intended receiver, who is Banks.
And one of the things that Ron Prince said he wants to see out of his quarterback.
Brown is the lone setback. Raven will take it straight ahead, going to have the first down, and gets tackled with a knee-high tackle at around the 45. Here's a look at the drive chart on Kansas State. Kind of difficult. Gets away from you if you don't have a really tight spiral.
You've got a little guy in Banks in the slot right now. Maybe a little screen to Banks. Get your big guys out there, let him make some people miss.
Freeman going to be sacked. That is the first sack, is it not, that they've given up the entire year? And it is Dixon.
McKinnon get 4 sacks, and Dixon, a guy who they really wanted to get back. Well, it's going to be a half sack there. Actually, that was Daniel Howard that was getting there and on the mix. Dorsey goes to wide receiver. He's mimicking his brother walking away from the line of scrimmage.
Lamarck Brown gets the direct snap, takes it off the right side, and Lamarck Off and running down to around the 41-yard line of Texas Tech. Tackled by McBath.
Carson, Chase's father, played for 11 years in the NFL. Had been in there versus Freeman.
Well, Whitlock is right there to mess up that play. By the way, at halftime, I had an opportunity to see Bill Snyder. Got to visit with him. And just always the nicest and classiest guy.
And they only go to winning systems at that level.
Logan doled into the ball game, and Logan will put a head down and pick up about 4 yards on the play. And a reminder, tomorrow night there are so many juicy reasons to watch. Bedroom secrets exposed, marital meltdown, a family fractured, and the best reason of all, U.S. Weekly gives it 4 stars. Here you'll see Dixon trying to rake the ball out. Watch his arm come up. See, right, pulling the ball loose. And it did come out, but I don't know if they had enough evidence. Obviously, they didn't. So Texas Tech does not win, and K-State has the ball with a 2nd down at the 24-yard line. Brown with no gain on that play. It'll be 3rd down. Brian Duncan with another tackle. Brian has played an outstanding ball game today. Have a feed more than once in the locker room.
And such a good lesson for young players. He had been lost on the special teams and just kept working. And of course, I mentioned earlier that when Ruffin McNeil, after the Oklahoma State game last year, was promoted to interim defense coordinator, now full-time, had been the special teams coordinator, and he realized Duncan was a good enough player to get on the field, and he's been playing ever since.
Deion Murphy makes the reception. You know, if there's one thing that K-State might be guilty of today, and that is the fact that Banks and Murphy probably didn't touch the ball enough because
coaches with all the drops. But I agree. I think you got to start working those little guys with speed into receiver screens, get them on motion, reverses, things of that nature.
This is the 10th play of the drive, and Brown's going to take it down to around the 13-yard line, tackled by McBath.
Well, Ruffin McNeil, who I mentioned was elevated last year with total defense, so it didn't take Mike Leach long in the offseason to make him his full-time coordinator.
So, but they scrimmage from the 3. Brown again, and he deserves to score if they can get it in there, because he has done a yeoman's task today.
He's up around 80 yards rushing. We heard the story of 7, so
22, now 23 carries. Did he get in? No, not quite. The ball was taken away, but they're saying the play was dead. So on his 23rd carry, he had an opportunity to score, but he didn't get it in.
Looked to me like he got it in from up here. Of course, we don't have as good an angle as the line judge. Charbonnet.
Nope, see, well, it's close, but yeah, I don't think he did.
Yeah, awfully close.
Yep.